there, it's Patrina again with Do You Have a Couple of Minutes? And today I want to know if you have a couple of minutes to talk about your approach to work, our approach to work. The other day I was thinking about I think it's Kenny Rogers' song called The Gambler. And he says in the song, you've got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. And I thought about this in the context of how we approach our work. We need to know when things are urgent and things need quick turnaround, and we just want to kind of get something out there so that we can get moving on it. And then there are other times that we need to understand the impact that that first draft or what we're getting out as that first thing is going to have. And maybe it needs a little bit more time and attention before we make it public or publicize it. So I think as we approach our work, we need to ask ourselves these questions. When we get something out or we're trying to get something out, who is that audience? What is the initial intended impact, or who is that information going to touch initially when we first get it out? And then we need to approach it accordingly. So if I'm getting something out for the first time because it's a working group and there's a limited number of people and we're going to still be working on something, massaging it to get it to another point, maybe it doesn't need to be as, complete as it might be if the first group I'm getting it out to is maybe presenting it to a board or presenting it to some larger group where I'm looking for approval on something, right? If I'm at that point, if that's the first thing that I'm getting out, I want to make sure that that's a little bit more baked. And I think that sometimes people can get confused on this, right? They're in such a hurry to get things out that they may put out something that's not quite as developed as it needs to be for the audience that they're sending that information to. So I wanted to bring that to you today and just encourage you to be mindful of the impact of what it is that you have been charged to get out, what that is in terms of who it's going to and how it's going to be affecting that group, or how it might need to be maybe more developed if we're looking for some type of approval. We don't want to confuse the idea of, when you're brainstorming, we don't want to confuse that brainstorming idea with something that needs to be a little more complete in terms of us getting that out. So think about those things, and I think that will be helpful in terms of us getting things done, moving them in the right direction, and using our time and the time of others wisely. And with that, that is my few minutes for today. I hope that you found that this has been a topic that's been inspiring, something to help you think, learn, grow, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. And I hope that if you are enjoying these messages, that you will share them with others so that they can come along our learning journey as well. Please be sure to check out the show notes for a summary of today's session, as well as contact information if you'd like to be in touch with me, and information on how you can get my most recent publications. And as always, I'm super appreciative of you joining me here today, and I hope to see you back next time. Until then, bye-bye.